Good morning, boys and girls. This is farm vlog number 14. Woo! Doing a little farm. Stoney Ridge. I'm getting too fat for my clothes. Today's the first day I've been able to wear shorts, and they don't fit. We're gonna start a new diet soon, but you kind of got to be a little bit chubby on the farm to get your leverage. There's Buddy.
Hey, birdies. How's my friends? Hey, little friends. You my friend?
Well, guys, if you missed yesterday's farm vlog, up here is our bat house. We hung that up yesterday, and I haven't seen any bats yet. I don't think I should see bats yet. It's winter time. I think we're expecting an eclipse today. Yep. Guys, we got a little more chainsaw cleanup to do back here today. We're gonna clean up all the rest of the trees that are down, then we're gonna wait for the tree company to come and finish the rest of it. Basically, the timber company will come in and cut probably 45–50% of the trees that are behind me right here, but I already started cutting some back here to beautify the yard, and also cut pine trees down close to the house in case snow were to weigh them down and cause them to fall on the house. Protect your home from trees. Trees around your home are pretty, but they're dangerous. As always, we got our safety equipment on, got our chaps, got our hard hat, face shield, and hearing protection. Guys, don't forget, you gotta do your chainsaw yoga before you start sawing. You gotta get your stretch on. Pop the, chainsaw yoga. That's what I'm talking about. Country boy yoga. Woo! I want to talk to you a little bit about farm security. We have cameras up on our farm. We have game cameras hidden in the woods. We have cameras on the trees. We have cameras up here, cameras up there. Some of the cameras are dummy cameras. This might be a dummy camera, might be a real camera. I don't know. There's several more up here. We're going to change the batteries out in these cameras, make sure everything's good. In order to secure your farm or your private area, I recommend getting game cameras and dummy cameras and putting them up all over everywhere so that when people come down, they see a blinking LED, they see a camera, and they decide, hey, this is not a place I'm welcome. This blinking LED should give trespassers a not so welcome feeling and hopefully keep them off of your property. That's the goal. Woo! Up here we've got two more cameras and a security light. The security light is mounted right here, and then the solar panels over here on the other side. It needs to be on the south side in order to work properly. We'll probably take the solar panel off, rotate it around, and put it on the other side, and we'll change out the batteries in these lights. These are dummy cameras. They are dummy cameras. They light up a bright LED that way and that way up the road, and this is a public road, but this is my area and I want it secure. People used to come down here and park and smoke pot, do whatever it is that they do in their vehicles without clothing, nude areas. There are people that are sick that come down here and try and make children to live in the trailer park over here. So what we want to do by putting these cameras up is help prevent overpopulation of the trailer park by not having hillbillies and ruffians come down here and make babies. This is Josh's Stoney Ridge Farm project to keep trailer parks from overpopulating with CCD cameras. Woo! Guys, I can't tell you how handy this tool's been. The Gerber center drive has been a great tool to have. Just keep it on me all the time on the farm now. I'll post a link down in the comments below where you can check one out on Amazon. Guys, if you've ever had a game camera stolen, it's a bummer. It's a real bummer. We have game cameras all over the farm. We monitor what goes in our road, what goes out of our road, what goes in our driveway, out of our driveway, into any part of our farm. It's all monitored. I haven't had a camera stolen yet, and the reason I haven't had a camera stolen yet is because I take a ladder and I put the camera up high enough in the tree that nobody can just reach up and grab. So there's a Stoney Ridge farmer tip on how to keep your game camera from getting stolen. And we use these stealth cam cameras. And basically, we want to get a quick picture or video of what goes in and what goes out in case something comes up missing, in case somebody breaks into the house, in case somebody steals something. We've got record. We can take that to the authorities, and they love that. The investigators love to have a nice stealth cam picture. The authorities love to have a nice stealth cam picture so that they can catch the criminals that did whatever mischief that they got into. Farm safety. I do recommend that you go down on a monthly basis on your monthly maintenance day, and you need a monthly maintenance day on the farm. Go down on a monthly basis and change the batteries out on your cams and clear the SD cards. You see some cool stuff on those cameras. Also, monthly, in the wintertime especially, you got to start your lawnmower, your weed eater, all your power tools need to be started up at least once a month. Let them run for 15-20 minutes and then shut them back down. You've got to do this in order to keep these products running properly. How many times? Wind, give me some wind. Let the wind blow in my camera. I love the wind. I love the wind. Anyhow, I can't remember what I was talking about. The wind started blowing. My wife's standing here distracting me. She's wearing a bikini and it's really cold outside. That's the kitty getter. We've got a hawk. Can you hear him? He's trying to catch our kitty cat. I don't know if you guys can hear in the background, but we've got a couple red-tailed hawks just fighting it out up here. It's pretty awesome. Must be getting close to that mating season for the red-tailed hawks here in North Carolina. Pretty awesome. Pretty rad. Rad. Cool. Neat. Farm. Country. Life. Look. Gangsta. Not gangsta. Farmer.
Are you smiling or are you serious?
Serious. Guys, today we have the wonderful task of banding our baby billy goats. Basically the process is we put a band around the testicles of the baby goat, and we, instead of castrating, you band them and the testicles will fall off in about a week. Guys, we're not really going to show you the entire banding process. What we're going to do here, this contraption is a bander, and we take this little rubber ring, we slip on our bander. Basically this rubber ring stretches out. Okay, this is not a very painful thing. Basically, you've got two options. You can castrate, which is cutting the testicles off, or you can band, which is this. And basically, put that on your on the goat, and it bands. It puts a band around. Imagine this is the goat, and basically you put it on there, and it bands them. I'm showing you this because I want you to know that it's not painful. This isn't painful, okay? It's very simple. So we will capture the two baby males, and we'll stretch this out and band the testicles. I don't want to be banded. I can understand your feelings of how this might be cruel because you're human and you don't want to be banded. I don't want to be banded. Nobody wants to be banded. The goats don't know they're getting banded. So guys, just so you know, we've already banded the baby goats, and it's these two goats, these two babies right here are the ones that we banded. You can see they're in no pain whatsoever. They're eating, enjoying their lives just like normal. This thing is relatively painless, and we have to castrate these goats so that we don't have any inbred baby goats. Happy goats. Banded happy goats. Just so you know, the best way to prevent testicular cancer is to remove the testicles! Woo! Thank you, Lance Armstrong. Alright guys, next on the agenda is, I can't see the camera. Next on the agenda, all this old hay that was down here at the goat pen, we don't want to leave it down here and let it go to waste, so we're going to load it up on the gator. We've got some spots that are in need of some straw. This has plenty of grass seed in it already, so it's awesome. It'll help us to stop some washing that we've got back behind the house. Word to the wise here, I know you've driven by fields that have old hay bales laying out there. If you could talk to the farmer, talk to the guy that baled up that hay, a lot of times they'll give it to you. You can load up that hay, take it home and put it in a gully or somewhere that's been washing really bad. It'll provide good organic matter for the soil right in that spot, and also a little bit of grass seed too, so hopefully you can rehab that area and prevent washing. Washing is a major problem on every farm, especially if you're doing a lot of tillage, plowing, stuff like that. We're trying to go full no-till on this farm, but in order to go full no-till, we may end up plowing and disking down some land, so we'll have to use old straw like this to rehab some areas on our farm. Rehab. Be responsible with your land. If you got a spot that's washing, don't let that run into the creek. Don't disturb the watershed. Take care of your land. Can't see anything. It's so bright out today. Gosh, it's bright. I got a hole in my hat. Look at my hat. My hat's got a bloody hole in it. Oh, cricky. Hey, anybody want to send me a new Stoney Ridge farmer hat? Send it to me. I'll wear it. Maybe. Woo! One thing, if your wife isn't sneezing when we start, she will be when we finish. I think it's easier to do it this way. Oh, cricky. Thank you. Land rehab. 7-minute land rehab. Never good practice to hit your wife with a rock accidentally. Nope. 7-minute land rehab. Rehab. We guarantee you the same kind of rehab that the 6-minute folk give. What we're talking about rehab is spots like this right here. It's just what we would call dead land almost. It's what my grandfather referred to as dead land or a dead spot. Basically, it's just a spot that's lacking in organic matter. We're gonna restore that organic matter. You wanna take this here dirt right here and you wanna put old hay on it. And old hay, make it grow new hay. Man, that's cool. Yard rehab. Need some manure. So guys, hear that? We need to talk about rights, okay? Second Amendment rights. My neighbor is really close in shooting. He has a shooting range. If you live in the country, this is what you're gonna have to hear sometimes. It's just part of living in the country, okay? Do I get mad at him? No. Do I cringe? Yeah. Am I a veteran? Yes. Does gunfire bother me? Not really. If he was shooting like, bah, 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 then maybe it would bother me, but once in a while, he gets out there and he shoots. And that's his right. It's everybody's right. And I'm not going to take it away from him. Now, I don't want you guys to think I'm some hillbilly, gun-toting, gun rights activist kind of guy. You know, I'm a rights activist. I wouldn't say I'm a gun rights activist. I'm for less control. I don't need someone to tell me, well, let's think about this. Somebody tells you where to eat. Somebody tells you where to poop. Somebody tells you where to walk, where you can't walk. I don't need to tell somebody what they can and can't do because there's already somebody out there telling us what we can and can't do. And that's why my neighbor can shoot all he wants to.
Well guys, looks like the honeybees are at it again this year. That's awesome. Not really too sure about this hive though. I think this hive might have bit the dust. Kind of a bummer. We had 5 hives at the end of the year last year and 4 survived, so I'll take that.
We're gonna start feeding our bees pretty soon here, probably in the next day or so. Give them a little bit of sugar water, help them get a good start, and need a new hat. If any of you guys want to send me a new hat, new Stoney Ridge Farmer hat, send it to me. My wife kicked me in the head and broke my hat. Guys, we're down here at Stoney Ridge Falls. We're gonna have ourselves a little picnic, have a little lunch break. So while we were down here at the waterfall and went on and planted 3 blueberry bushes that we grew from some cuttings that we had. We started with about 255 cuttings and we got 3 blueberry bushes out of that. I must be really good at doing cuttings for blueberries. I'll give you some really good advice. Don't do what I did, and I'll show you what I did in a later video and we'll do it the right way. It's okay to try stuff though. Don't worry. If you fail, it's alright. Sometimes farming is failing. Gotta learn a little bit. Right here behind me, I've got some old rabbit cages. These are rabbit cages from my dad from like 25 years ago. I'm gonna take these rabbit cages, and they're on metal frames right now, and the metal frames inherently get rusted. We're gonna take them off the metal frames, put them on wood frames that are movable, and we'll put them down on the garden. We'll put some handles on it so 2 people, 1 at each end, can move it. Probably attach 3 or 4 rabbit cages to each little section, and that way we can keep our garden nice and fertilized with fresh rabbit droppings, and we'll have rabbit meat. Look for me to start building some rabbit hutches in videos to come. Probably in the next 2 or 3 videos we'll build these rabbit hutches up on stilt, and we'll put some tin roofs on them and have a cool little place for some cool rabbits. This person that for a farm vlog video with going to get the rabbits, and a farm vlog video building the rabbit hutch. So we'll make some little nesting boxes for the rabbits and everything. It'll be kind of cool. Guys, we've had a pretty awesome day here on the farm today. I appreciate you watching. I'm headed over to the pond. Got a good friend of mine over here. We're going to do a little bit of fishing. So come on back and see us again for the next video. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave me some comments. Leave me some thumbs up. Let people know you like me, okay? We're gonna do a little bit of fishing, see if we can catch us a few bass. This is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. All right.
Well, come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be.
So we were gonna go fishing, but my friend the red beaver here has got his line hung in this here tree. So much for relaxing the rest of the evening. We've got red beaver in the tree.
Oh, it's off.
All right, it fell right off, guys. Basketball. Hey, what y'all looking at?
Water.
Water. All right, guys, that's it. Go on and get now. Go on now, go on and get. Go on and get. Woo!